Hey everyone, it's Don with Don's Field of Dreams Cards, coming out with my national recap video. I figured I'd let everyone else get theirs out first so I don't have to compete with everyone, trying to be the one of the last people to get their national recap video out. I know some guys have made 7 or 8 of them already, but this will be my one and only. And but I don't believe I'm the last misfit. I think my boy George hasn't made a video yet. So as most of you already know, I was in the Misfits house. What more can I say? It hasn't been said. What an incredible house. We're thinking about getting that house again for Strongsville. It's actually closer to Strongsville than it was the IX Center. Be careful what you wish for with Eric. You know, he said, what do we want for dinner? And joking around, I said, surf and turf and caviar. And that's what we had the first night. And, you know, thanks again, Eric. I know everyone said you did an amazing job, but you did move up the ladder in the Misfit wannabes with that dinner and everything else you had there. Just, you know, Airbnb is the way to go. I've been to 3 nationals and 2 of them have been in Airbnbs, and that's actually how the Misfits got started. And it's just so much fun. And we had 5 additional guys this year, so it was very cool. And a lot of people came over to the house at night, which even added to the fun. You know, for you other YouTubers that get Airbnbs, you know, in Atlantic City, we had a really nice place, and Mike Moynihan, that crew, not so much. And this year, again, we had a really nice place. And then I heard there was like 30 guys stuck in I don't know what you want to call it. I'm going to be nice and not swear here, but not the nicest place. 1 bathroom for like 30 guys with the Theo and Matt and John 3D80's kids and a bunch of other guys. And then I heard some guys mooched off of them, like Chris from Missouri kind of found his way in. But no complaints. You know, when you go to a show, you expect it to be crowded. And we just planned it right. You know, we left a little early, left a little later, so traffic wasn't bad. What a lot of you don't know, though, is if you're in the YouTube Hall of Fame, there's a separate entrance for Hall of Famers and a certain parking garage underneath. So, you know, if you do make the YouTube Hall of Fame, you don't have to worry about that. There's a nice lounge and food and everything, nice spread that's put out for us Hall of Famers. So I did not buy a lot at the National. I was mostly selling, but did pick up a couple things, but I got a lot of gifts. And, you know, if I were to do anything differently, I might not have spent so much time selling some cards at the YouTube get-together, because it really anchored me to one spot. And there's so many people that I wanted to meet, or I met them really briefly, or I saw a couple guys far away that I never talked to them the whole National. But, and that's really not even a complaint. Other than that, I just had a fantastic time. So some of the things I got, some of the cards from people. Tony, TJ is online, who I take responsibility for getting him on YouTube. Got Wade Boggs, some dude in the picture. Sammy Thunder with his autograph. Iconic Al with his great card that he had made. And he gave me a Stan Musial pin. Nice talking to Al. Let's see what else we got here. Rocket Rick. Probably my favorite YouTuber card that I saw at the show, and I showed this to Scott Reindeer Studios. I'm like, isn't this really great? And he goes, yeah, I designed it, and I didn't think it was so great anymore. He has another one. Did I just drop it? Yeah. And another one from Rocket Rick. And guys, I might have mixed up some of these cards. It's been a month, but I think I got them right for who gave them to me. So if I do have it mixed up, my apologies. Bill Mazeroski autograph from Rick. Another Mazeroski. Willie Stargell. And Maz again. All right, so let's see what else we got down here. Dylan, apparently, or he told me that he had a contest, his first contest he ever ran, and I won this, and I picked this. So, yeah, if you see here, it says, Don, I can't read this up backwards. Don won this on my first ever solo live. And apparently I picked Ken Boyer. So if this is what I picked, imagine what the other crap was he was giving away. So imagine that was the best card I got from him. Jake, Legends Never Die, said, I have something for you, and he gave it to me. And he said, do you have this? And I said, I do, but I don't have one from you. And I honestly mean that. If I get a double or something, my daughter bought me a Clemente card a few Christmases ago. It still means something to me because I don't have a particular item from you. And 53 Redman Musial. So thank you, Jake. Two guys that stayed with us that I never met before, Derek Hardball Crazy and Mike Sticks and Seams. So Mike gave me the Griffey with his personalization on the back. Mazeroski was kind of a theme, and I think these, I might have got his and Rick's mixed up. So Garrett Cole, Musial, Lou Gehrig, Ty Cobb, and another Musial. So it was great getting to meet those two guys for the first time. George, Diamond Yard Sports Cards, gave me some great gifts. He gave me Forbes Field photo, a Willie Stargell autograph. It'd be kind of cool to get Parker to autograph this, but to be honest with you guys, I probably never will. This piece is fantastic he gave me. It's it's autographed by Ralph Kiner, but popcorn came in it, and I guess you could get autographs on the back, and it says on here, Popcorn Megaphone, autographed by Ralph Kiner. So thank you, George. So the next morning, after George had had a little bit of alcohol to consume, he was looking through my cards, and this was in my cards pile. He goes, hey, that's my card. I said, well, it was, but you gave it to me last night. So if George is drinking, it's a good time to hang out with him because he'll give stuff away that he won't remember. And I actually tried giving this back to him, but he wouldn't take it. So I know you didn't mean to give it to me, George, but I'll take it anyway. So thank you. Rick Vintage Oddball Cards. This piece is amazing. Stan Musial. And I don't know type 1, type 2. I don't totally understand how that stuff works, but gave me that photo, and on the back is the actual press clipping from where this was taken. So thank you, Rick. I can't wait to get this matted and framed. Then we talked about Eric. So Eric gave us quite a few things, and he gave us all this very cool beer stein. It's got the name of our channel engraved on the bottom, and then 4 Leaf Cards 2024. So another great gift for being in the house. Although I have a problem with YouTubers in the house. 2 years ago, I sleep in the same room with John Mangini, and I look over and butt crack. This time I'm outside, just sitting at the table, enjoying a cigar, some iced tea, and I look over at the hot tub, and there's Dylan's back to me with his bare rear end hanging out. It was like, wow, I didn't need to see that. But thank God he didn't turn around. So some other gifts from 4 Leaf, Honest Wagner, the Yankees Murderers Row from 1972. You've all seen the Mattingly rookie he gave. Everyone's card sort of had a Dick theme, or I forget what his other theme was. Nice Hank Aaron pin, and a Mickey Mantle photo. So this year I did not go around and get a ton of signatures and pictures in my book. Just didn't feel like carrying it around, and I kind of regret that. I kind of missed the boat on it, but I had Lou Rock's signature before, but I didn't have his photo. My book's starting to fall apart here. Met Nate for the first time. As I mentioned, Derek Hardball Crazy. Met Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike, for the first time. He was in our house as well. This is the best photo of all. Look at this. How ridiculous is that? So you got the giant and the midget next together. So Dylan was a blast to hang out with. So this guy, a new friend, Eric, Big Mac fanatic. Got Mike Sticks and Seams, Xavier Snoop Dogg. Is it Snoop Dogg or is it Snoop? No, it's just Snoop. Getting him mixed up with the rapper. So there's so many guys that I met, and I still didn't get their signature. So I'm gonna try to do a better job of that. So now on to some of the things I purchased. I got this for my friend and fellow misfit James. Oh man, there's a slip. Almost called Jake a misfit. But I saw James post this on a live, and this is just a beautiful Louisville Slugger advertisement piece from 1948 with Stan Musial in it. And James gave me the misfit deal on that for sure. He gave me a really nice deal. And then I did pick up 2 postcards. And when it comes to Musial, y'all know he doesn't have a ton of cards, so I'm always trying to find some unique things. And I bought the McCarthy postcard. Yes, he's kneeling, Scott. I believe these are from 1960. And then a Clemente. So got a pretty good deal on those. Was happy to pick those up. Wanted to mention 3 other guys that I've already mentioned, and it was Nate, Tops 85401, and Eric, Big Mac Fanatic, and then Jake, Legends Never Die. The first 2, Eric and Nate, I knew of their channels, but I didn't know them and never met them. And I met them really briefly on Wednesday. I got into Cleveland and picked George up at their hotel and was introduced to those guys. But then they came over to the Misfits house for a while, one of the nights, I don't remember which night. Just had really great conversations with both of those guys. We have some things in common that have nothing to do with baseball cards, and it was great to hear their story and give me some encouragement. And kind of had the same talk with Jake, Legends Never Die. Now, Jake I've known for a while and call him a good friend. But, you know, again, the beauty of this hobby, I meet 2 guys I've never met before, really hadn't watched their channel, to be honest. I mean, I'd seen them, and I, you know, like I said, I knew who they were. And now I'm subbed to both their channels, which I actually thought I was, but I wasn't. But, you know, it's just the connections. Even though, you know, I've been in the hobby, it'll be going on 4 years, or not in the hobby, the YouTube community, 4 years this December. And you think you know everyone, or most of the people you do, or stuttering here. You think you know most of the people and a lot about them, and that there's no one else really to meet except the new guys. And man, that's not true, because Eric and Nate have been around a long time, and just both great guys. And thank you so much, both of you, for having a nice talk with me. And you know, I had another shout out to Chris from Missouri. He got me a press pass, so I didn't have to pay to get in. And then he invited me to Ash's party on Friday night. It was a barbecue, and got to hang out with some other guys. And so, Chris, thank you for all of that, my friend. I appreciate it. So as always, guys, thanks for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you soon.